So it's just, they're gonna bark.
Why are they barking?
Hey, shoot.
We've got barking pugs.
Ah,
Yeah.
pugs.
Oh, no, there's
Yeah, they're so cute.
one. Hey. Shh. One inside.
Okay. Hello, Bruce and Debbie.
Hi, you Mias.
Hi, Mias. How are you today?
You guys are looking great, considering you ran 100 Ks last weekend.
It's taken a week to recover, but yeah, we didn't look so good a week ago.
Yeah, where are we now? Saturday morning. Yeah, Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock. You would have been like a third into the race, basically, eh? Somewhere around Fairview.
Oh,
Spice
Monument,
Room,
if I remember correctly.
on the
Oh,
way to Town Monument. Yeah.
hey, hey. I still dream shouting, "Tom Monument!" I wake up at night screaming, "Tom Monument!"
That's when we ran out of water.
Yeah.
So the kids had to come save us. So they were tracking us on Live 360 and they were just coming towards us. But because we were running up and down the mountain, they said we were further away than we were closer, then we were further away than we were closer. So they didn't really know where we were going to come out. So eventually they just stopped and they waited for us. So it took about half an hour, but they were ready there with the water and the potatoes and the Red Bull. And then we had some energy again after that because it was flipping hot.
Yeah, so if you don't mind us, let's take a step back and start with the start. Bruce, I met you with one of our recce runs. I think it was our second last one that we did at Weerbokskloof.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, and you said that you and Debbie you were convinced by Conrad to go from 44 to the 100K race. Tell us a little bit about the build up and your decision to do the 100K race. And
Debbie and I have been doing trails now properly for what, a year, 2 years, 2 years, with the goal, Mias, of doing UTMB. That was our goal. So we've been running some races. We've done the Mat, and when I say the Mat, the smaller ones, the 65 Ultra Trail in Drakensberg. We ran the Mat, the small version. We ran some Mac 42s. But our goal has always been to try 100. And then when we saw the Rock Ultra advert, one of the things that caught my eye was you guys said it's runnable. So I thought, okay, well, we're not the fastest runners, but technical is relatively new runners. It's tricky for us. But it was, is it a bridge too far? Because we tend to be slow. We tend to be the back of the pack. We make friends with most sweepers on most races. We at the back there. And so I entered the 100 on the basis that Conrad said to me, it's runnable by the WhatsApp group. And then I thought, okay, I'm coming to Cape Town for business. Let me go and do your recce run and get an idea as to what some of the course would be like. And that's where I met you. And then you were kind enough to take me on a bit of a private tour of Paul Rock and Britannia Rock. And boy, oh boy, I got back. I said to Debbie, I think we've made a huge mistake here. I think I even said to you, we might want to maybe downgrade. And we're talking about, Debbie said, downgrade. We're going to down that mountain, downgrade. And then you said to me, your words were, Bruce, only downgrade if you're injured. I don't know if you remember you saying that to me. You said, Bruce, if you're injured, then downgrade, because you're going to do the 44 and you're going to be disappointed that you didn't do the 100. So I said to Debbie, look, Mia says we're gonna be disappointed if we don't do the 100 because we'll do the 44. And then you said to me, Bruce, I know the course. I wouldn't say to you do it if I thought you couldn't. And those words, Mia, kind of encouraged us to stick with the task at hand. So that's how it came about. But I studied that route of yours. We studied everything. I mean, for weeks and months, I studied that thing. And we're very, very grateful we stuck to the plan because it was an awesome experience. Painful one, but a very, very awesome one.
Yeah, no, great people overall. And I must say, it's honestly the people that encouraged me. And I don't think I would have gotten through it without the sweepers encouraging me, without you guys encouraging me. Just the smiling faces. You just knew what to say, when to say it, when to leave me alone, when to come in. So I must say thank you so, so much. I would not be sitting here saying that I've done it if it wasn't for that. So very, very grateful for that.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, Buddy swept the first 20 odd Ks of the route from Reachback, up to Christmas camp. Yeah, and we started off in a beautiful, cool, slightly cloudy morning, and you guys must have felt quite confident walking out of the Reachback parking there.
Yes. Like, okay, the weather's not too bad. We can deal with this.
Yeah.
And then it just got warmer and warmer and warmer. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be a long one.
This is what they were talking about.
Yeah.
When the fall gets hot.
It was just up. And eventually I think Buddy could see that I was struggling. So he started talking to me. And I must say, just the conversation, just talking about random stuff, about family, just took my mind off the pain. And then these really fast cyclists came rushing past us up the hill, nogal. I was like, wow, these guys are maniacs. I'm barely moving and they're going so fast up this hill. But so that was when it started. Like, okay, this guy's really gonna carry me through, and I'm so glad that he's here. Bruce was ahead the whole time. Never in our career was Bruce ahead of me, but the last few weeks, he's always ahead and I'm behind. So he's waiting for me the whole time.
And is it a mission for you guys to do this together? Obviously, it's something that you both bought into.
Yeah, I bought into it first because I'm more the crazy one of the two, and I'm always looking for the 100Ks, 100 milers, that kind of stuff. And Deb just kind of comes along for the fun. But we're so grateful, Mias, because very few couples, there are couples, but very few couples get to experience what we do together as husband and wife. You know, you really get to know each other over 50, 60, 70 kilometers in the mountains, and spending so much time together. I mean, we have our ups and our downs and our highs and lows, but we're so grateful to be able to share that together. You know, it's something that we do. It's special to us. You know, I think it brings us so close together. You know, I would hate the day when I've got to run a race without her, because I'd be like a part of me is missing, if that makes sense. It's like my right part of me is missing, and it's just something we share, and we love it. And we travel a lot together. We go everywhere. I mean, I'm very fortunate. My wife's my best friend, my running partner. You know, we're very blessed. We really are, and we fight. And we get it's called the moeren for my car, if I can say that, on the trails. But when we finish together, there's nothing more special than that. I think you could see some of the end photos when we came in. It was a special moment that we share. You know, normally you share that with your friend, but you share it as a couple. It's really awesome. We love it, and that's what keeps us going.
Yeah, I feel a nice ultra experience, or nice, not really, maybe not the right word, but it's almost like a life experience condensed into a couple of hours or into a day, because we all know there's ups and downs.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's crazy. Like, you have all kinds of emotions throughout the day.
Yeah, I'd say it's a hell of a experience of just fighting through ups and downs and good times and bad times with a common goal, you know, to get to the end together. And now we're looking for our next channel. I was going to say to you, Mias, when's the Rock 100 miler coming? I need to speak to Conrad and say, okay, guys, you've done the 100K. All we need to do is do the 44K loop now. We got our close to our miler, you know. So you need to start thinking. You need to start thinking about that, Mias.
Yeah, I was thinking in the build up to the race, I met Myler Marius van Rensburg. I don't know if you
Yes,
guys
yes,
seen him.
yes. I know the name. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing a 100 miler like a couple of months, some months. It's crazy. And I
Yeah.
thought I met him at the Cedarburg Traverse a month or so before the event, and I thought maybe we should invite him and he can do the 100K loop, then the 44K loop, and then the
Yeah,
22K loop.
yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying. I mean, you got to involve. Yeah, that's got to be the next thing,
That's
surely,
actually
because
cool.
we're looking for one, but we've got to be very selective. Like UCT is hectic, Mac is hectic. Trust me, Mias, you'll soon find that out. They're tough. I mean, Carcliff, I hear, is the best one, or the most gentle one, if I can call it that. I mean, 100 miles, 100 miles, but.
Yeah.
So we'll look at that, but we'd like to do another 100K first. Do the Ultra Trail Drakensberg 100. Maybe next year we'll see how we go, and then we're going to look for one. Yeah. So if you're going to create one, that'll be great. Because yeah.
I look up to that. Bruce and Debbie, do you mind sharing one or two of your up and down moments during this Rock Ultra 100K? We just spoke about an ultra being a little bit of a simulation of life, experiencing highs and
Where do
lows.
we start?
There's so many.
There's so many.
Okay, so right in the beginning, I wasn't feeling my best self at the beginning. So normally they say if you don't feel good at the beginning of a race, don't even start. And here I wasn't feeling great. My energy levels were low. And right from the beginning, I was saying, I don't know how I'm going to do this. So the first 15Ks, 17Ks were straight up all the time. And I just said to Bruce on numerous occasions, I think you're going to be doing this on your own. I don't think I'm going to make 100. And I was complaining and I was so negative. I was like, what am I doing here? And, when you have all these negative thoughts going through your mind and your mind plays tricks on you, and the whole time he's in front of me, he's older than me, he's in front of me. It's like, really, I'm really going backwards in life. And then Buddy came to talk to me, my spirits lifted, got to the first checkpoint, and suddenly things turned around. And then I was a little bit more positive after that. So that was one of the low moments. One of the high moments was actually when we crossed the dam.
Oh my goodness.
For me, I mean,
goodness.
really,
Oh my goodness.
I actually enjoyed that.
I hated that.
I loved it, and I had so much energy going over the rock. I mean, seriously, these were the two things that I was most concerned about, but yet I was feeling my best. So I don't understand. So the further I went, the stronger I became, which was weird. It was just the last 12Ks that I died. I literally died.
Yeah.
My body was like, that's it. And then right at the end, last checkpoint, when I wanted to give up, Melissa said to me, don't worry, you've only got 9Ks to go. So I said to her, are you sure it's 9? I'm sure it was 12. She's like, no, it's 9. So mentally I prepared for 9. And after the 9 came and went, my mind was like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. Everything just crashed. So, and then you came around and you were giving me wild sage to smell, and then you fell asleep in that little cot.
Yeah, I believe you fell asleep. I didn't even see you, Mias. I believe you were sleeping on the side of the course. I didn't even see you. Imagine that.
It was so cute.
Oh my god. It shows how long we took with the race organizer trying to sleep on the side of the trail. Oh. And we felt so bad. We thought, oh my god, these poor water tables. Because I think the guy that was third last was like an hour ahead of us at one point. I'm like, I think of these poor people at the watering tables are thinking, who are these two old farts that are still on this damn mountain? We could be home sleeping. You got these two pricks that should have run the 22 out of the mountain. So we're very grateful to everybody who stayed and waited for us all night. We appreciate that. Yeah, from my side, Mia, that bridge. I thought I was going to drown on that bridge. Conrad warned me. He said, Bruce,
so
he said, listen, there's been like 300 runners across this bridge.
And you guys are the last.
You are the last. And we got there, it was getting dark. And I looked at it and I said, okay, it looked okay. And the poor guy in the canoe, because I'd lost my sense of humor by then. The guy in the canoe says, just go slow. It's a little bit wonky. Oh my goodness. When I stood on the first pallet, it sunk. It literally sunk. And then it started swinging. So eventually I was on my knees on the pallet. And I was saying to the guy in the canoe, what the hell? Who built this?
He didn't use those words.
Yeah. Who built this stupid bridge? This thing's sinking. I'm going to drown here. And he was sorry. He said, no. I said, who's fallen in here? He says, please don't be the first. Eventually I was on my knees, crawling across the beach like a leopard. At night, I was like crawling. The guy in the canoe, I don't know who's most terrified, him or me, because it was a sight to behold. Now I'm wet. My shoes are wet. My pants is wet. I'm in the middle of this dam. It's sinking. I remember Conrad saying it's a little bit wonky. I'm swearing Conrad. I'm swearing Mias. I'm swearing everybody. I'm swearing the world at that moment in time. But eventually we got there, and I thought, oh God, my wife's gonna die. She's definitely gonna die on this bridge. But then when I got there, here it comes like a little rabbit hopping across the bridge, like it's no problem. So that was the first challenge. And then the last 15 Ks, our lights decide to give up the ghost. Oh, now we're in the dark, can't see a damn thing. Thankfully, we had sweepers with us, Mias, because we didn't have those sweepers. We'd be in the dark because both our lights weren't working. They backed up. And at the watering table, one gentleman was kind enough to lend me his lamp, which lasted for a while, then that died.
Yeah, I remember.
We're running in the dark, couldn't see a damn thing. But, we got there. I suppose it's all part of the story, it's all part of the story. And it was a hell of an experience. The highs, the lows, the heat. It really, really got hot and that damn Toll Monument. Just to let your viewers know about that, because you take us to the Toll Monument. You actually can touch the thing. That's how close we were. I said, there's the Toll Monument. This is great. The timesheets are wrong. And then we took a right turn at the Toll Monument. You took us down that valley, heaven knows where. And then you started crisscrossing the bottom of that Toll Monument. It took for us forever. And you see the thing. You see the damn Toll Monument. It's there. You can see it. But you keep on crisscrossing below it. Wow, that was torture. And eventually we got to the Toll Monument. And then by the time we got up, we ran up over, what is that long climb that everyone races up?
Eliminator.
Eliminator, yeah. Got up the Eliminator. Then I got very ill there at Christmas camp the second time. I was as sick as a dog there, typical ultra stomach. But that helped me, but I felt a lot better after that,
Yeah.
And then we ran from there. But it was great. The last when we saw you, that last stretch was because we were in time for your official cutoff, up until I think it was Reebok's Kloof, and then Debbie's feet was full of blisters. She could hardly run. She could hardly walk at the end. But it's amazing how your mind, because Debbie said to me, I'm done. I can't go further. We had 90 Ks at Reebok's Kloof. I remember sitting there with Mias and saying, yeah, maybe she's right. We've done 90 Ks. That's okay. If it wasn't for my daughter and Conrad said, stuff this. You're not putting out now. Well, let's take off your shoes. We wasted about half an hour there, I think, taking off shoes and putting on plasters. But it's amazing how your mind, I kind of agree with her now. So, okay, no, you're right. 90 is good enough. We've run further. It's great. And Conrad said, no, you're not flipping going. Then the young man that ran the last stretch with us, the sweeper, he said to me, Bruce, he said to me, Bruce, I can't believe I was standing at this meeting thinking, where are these two old fogs? Now I must do this last stretch. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm stuck with these two old fogies. I don't get, God knows what time I'm going to get back. And the folk spent the last 3 hours with us.
Shame.
But what a nice guy. I mean, so encouraging and waiting for us. And, so, we're just very grateful, Mia, that we could finish it. We're grateful to you guys, to the sweepers, to everybody. It was a life-changing experience for us. It really was. And but now there's more. You see, this is the problem now. Now, once you've killed the one giant, now you're looking for another one. And we're old. I mean, we're not young. I mean, like I said to you, I was the oldest athlete at 57, and Deb wasn't far behind at 47. So yeah, but awesome day. Really, really great.
Yeah, just to give you a little bit from my experience, it's our first organizing our first ultra trail, so I can relate with a little bit of the adventures and the challenges. In my ultra started that week before the event, and every night, if I'd gotten 3 or 4 hours of sleep, it was a lot. And the Friday night before the event, I got less than 2 hours sleep.
Sure.
So by the time that I caught up with you guys on Reeboks Kloof there, I was,
I
I
can just
was,
imagine what you were thinking. I wish they just hurry up and finish this damn race.
I was on the electric dirt bike, the Ciron bike.
Yes, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
a wonderful tool that we get from All Mountain to do these events. But I was literally falling asleep on top of the bike, like falling. And I thought, no, let me just go ahead a little bit, and I think my last words to you was, I'm gonna go boil the kettles.
Yes. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I
Yes.
remember.
Yeah, and then I got to this really steep section, and I thought, let me just wait here for you guys, just in case you need a bit of help to get down there, because I know what your legs feel like after 90 kilometers, all day on your feet. And I stopped there, and there was this nice little hollow, and I thought, let me just lie down here for a minute, and of course, fell asleep like passed out completely, and woke up after you guys had passed. You guys didn't even wake me up.
I didn't even see you. I saw the bike. I thought, what's Mia's bike doing here? I couldn't figure out why the hell the bike's there. Where are you? Debbie saw you, but didn't say anything to me. And afterwards, Mia's was lying in the ditch. I thought, what ditch? Yes.
Yeah, a video of that made it onto our True Crew group.
Okay.
The
So who
Ultra
filmed it?
Crew.
Must have been the sweepers that were with us. They must have filmed it. Eh?
Annelie, yeah,
Annelie, yeah.
the sweeper,
Yeah, she was
yeah.
great. She was so good. She was so great with us as well. I mean, all the sweepers. I said to you before the event, I said, please tell your sweepers to leave us alone. Because being slow, you get sometimes, you get these very fast athletes. And we're generally slow, we plodders, and we hate the pressure that some of the guys put on you by being with you. But I must say, they were fantastic. They knew what to say. They knew where to be. It was really, for a first-time event, it really was one of the best we've run.
Yeah.
It really was. I mean, we've run everything. We've run all of them in different distances. We've been to Mud, to Ultra Trail, to Drakensberg, Kaapse work. We've done really a lot of the main ones. And for a first-time event, Al, you guys can hold your head high. You up there with the best. You really, really are. And I fear for you when I say that. Once the word gets out, once the popularity, people start to realize, wow, this is something. I think it's gonna be something. It's gonna go. People are gonna use it to qualify for things and to because you're right, it's runnable. You're right, it's gettable if you fit and strong and healthy like most guys would be. It's a nice 100 to do. It's a really nice one if you want to break a PB or you want to qualify for something. It really is. So hats off to you guys, man. I mean, for a first attempt, I mean, we hardly got lost. One or two little things we got a bit tired, so we weren't paying attention. But I've run races where we've got lost. Official races, well organized, been going for years, where we've lost, where the markings were superb. If you got lost on your race, it's purely because you're not paying attention as an athlete, not because the markings weren't there. I mean, those glow in the dark, well, we could see them a mile away. They were, and the wind was blowing. Those were fantastic flights.
Yeah, very good.
So the only time I got a bit lost was coming down Pole Rock. I was looking, I couldn't see, but we were tired by then, and I weren't paying too much attention. But great, it was great.
Thanks, Bruce. It was a great team. We had a great team for this event. I'm so grateful for Conrad. You know Conrad a little bit.
Yes.
Conrad jumped in and he organized all the sweepers, where they would do what. Conrad has a lot of experience doing sweeping and doing races himself. So having had him there was a great help. And of course, we see the Rock Ultra as that step up, right? Like you say, people want to do their first 100 Ks or their first 44, or want to push their boundaries a little bit. We think it's the perfect environment to do that, and therefore we make sure the course is marked properly. You want to take out, make it as easy as possible for you if you're doing your first big whatever it is, whether it's a
And
marathon
you
or
made the cutoff times more accessible for the average guy. You know, some of the cutoff times we've run are difficult for the average. You know, you've really got to be fit, and with our daily lives of kids and work, and it's not always possible to get as much training as you would hope to. But that was so nice. It just gave us a cushion, you know, even though we didn't get there in time, we were still a bit late. You can get there. If Debbie's feet were not full of blisters, we would have got there easily. It's just that with a lot of walking,
Well,
so that was nice.
I can tell you we've officially decided that we will make the cutoff time 25 hours and not 24 hours.
Okay. That's well, then we'll be back. Then you can pencil us in for next year, December. We shall return. But this time we want to beat that bloody 24-hour cutoff. That's our goal. But thank you for that, because old buddies like us need extra time, because
we need all the help we can get.
We got half a lung and half a brain and half a foot. You know, we kind of disabled too, so we need help. You know.
No, you are such an inspiration. I can't tell you. I had one or two conversations with people that I'd offer them. They'd help us with things at the race, and we had quite a tight budget, so I couldn't pay everybody. So I'd say, but if you want to come and run the race, please, you know, just let me know and I'll send you entry. And they would be like, no, I'm too this or I'm too that or I'm too this. And every time I would think of you, and I wish I could just tell them, you know, I know Bruce. I hadn't met Debbie, and I said, Bruce is not making excuses. He is pitching up and he's doing this stuff. Stop making excuses.
Yeah, no, you know, like I said to you, I've got one lung. I was born with it. Don't like to tell too many people about it, because then, you know, people start feeling sorry for you. And I've never told, but I was telling one of the guys that, you know, it's amazing what the body can achieve, Mias. If your mind is always your problem. Your mind is what your mind will always hold you back. But the body adapts and does, and that's why the shame the lung doctor, when she heard me panting like a gorilla at that watering table, she thought I was going to die. And she thought, are you okay? She said, where's your asthma pump? I said, no, I'm fine. You're 100% right. You know, I went to the army because in those days we had to go. I told no one, because they would have barred me. They would have said, there's no way you coming to the army. Thinking back, I should have told them that I could have stayed at home and missed all that mess. But in those days we had to go. And I went to the army. I did the Doozy Canoe Marathon. I've done that, run the comrades. If you don't allow things to hold you back, you'll be amazed what you can achieve. It's so easy to find excuses, you know. It's so easy to find it. I mean, Deb suffers with thyroid. Deb's got all sorts of issues too. But we don't let it stop us, man. You put your mind to it. I tell you what, maybe not always get it in time. You know, you may not always do the time you want, but getting to that end, you can. And I would encourage anybody, like all those that did the 44 this year. Now, they must. If we can run that 100, and this is no joke, if we can do it, anyone who ran that 44 can do it. Yes. And I hope they take a chance. I hope they go for it, man. Because what an experience. You can't compare a 44 and a 50, even a 65 to that 100. It's a different animal. It's a different race. And I don't think you can even compare a 100-miler to 100. It's just, I think they're just individual animals. But it's just what an experience, man. It's awesome. And so we're very grateful. We'll definitely be back. You're giving us more time. The more time. Only maybe 26, maybe.
No,
25 is perfect. No, I'm just kidding you.
I don't want to be happy than that. Thank you.
You've set
No, but you're going by the wrong athletes. I mean, the guy that finished before us was an hour ahead of us, I think. So you're using the wrong guys as the benchmark. But you'll find that
you can only go faster.
I say 99% of people, barring injury, will get home comfortably in the 25. We would have got him easy in 24 had the feet of Debbie's not given up. And we spent so much time at Rebels Cliff trying to get our head in the game again, because we were ready to stop there. Imagine how crazy is that? You're ready to stop at 90. But yeah, I encourage anybody who ran the 44, if they're thinking about it, you've got to go for it, because you won't be behind us. You definitely won't be behind us. So you won't be lost. There's always us. We can be your sweepers unofficially, like we said before, unofficial sweepers. But we love it at the back. We love it there.
It's actually very nice.
It's very nice.
Enjoy it. No pressure.
No pressure. And yeah, it was great.
And I must say, us for the bone conductors because that
Oh, yes.
music and my playlist, I had
Yes.
the best playlist. I was so happy with my playlist. I was like, damn girl, you are good at choosing music because it carried me through and I actually ran faster. Damn, it's amazing what good music can do because you eventually stop talking to each other and then it's just you and the beat and the view and just moving. As long as you're moving forward, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we we feel like everyone who attended this first inaugural race of the Rock Ultra are part of the Rock Ultra family. And Bruce, you and Debbie, have really won a special place in our hearts. And we decided that we definitely want you guys back next year. So you've got your 100K entry sitting there and waiting for it. All you need to do is let us know that you'll be there and you're there.
No, we'll definitely. I can tell you now, we will be there. We will definitely be there, barring some sort of natural disaster or injury.
Yeah.
Nothing will stop us from coming back. So we'll may do 200s next year. The first one will be the Ultra Trail Drakensberg, which is the same elevation as you guys. It's 3,400 meters instead of 3,200. The climbs are bigger. They're giving us 26 hours. Hell of excited about that. But you go up Sani Pass and the 12 Apostles in the berg, which is no mean feat. That is, you get there after 56 or 60 k's. So yeah, it's tough. So yeah, so that one and your one, without a doubt, you can put our names down. We'll be back for the 100, barring injury. So you can count us in, and we're going to do a lot of advertising for you guys if we can. We're on part of a few running groups and ultra groups. We'd like to start letting people know that, come on, guys, you got to come and experience this race. For the guys who find that the Ultra Trail Cape Town, which we've done, is tough. It's a tough event. A lot of people struggle. That 100K is very, very difficult. Same with Mac. Mac is very, very tough. That's why we haven't entered those hundreds there, because we know it's beyond our league, definitely at the moment. But your 100K is so beginner friendly. Any beginner, any guy whose dream was to run 100 and is scared, that's the one they must do, without a doubt. They must, because it is so achievable. 25 hours is really comfortable. You're right. For the right fitness and the normal average runner, 20 hours, 21 hours, I reckon is quite doable. But for the guys like us, 25 is doable for us too. And you do it at a pace that you're not totally destroyed. You're fine. So you agree, huh? Yeah.
I think what runners need to understand is 100Ks is never going to be easy.
Yeah.
And it was good to get feedback from Andy and Ludelia and Karu, some of the podium finishers.
Yes.
And all of them said that they hugely underestimated the difficulty of the course.
Yeah.
And not that it was difficult in terms of being technical or anything like that, but it's not easy.
Yes,
Because because it's easier, it means your time is quicker. So all of them ran great times compared to other races.
Yes.
So you're going faster, but it's not easier. It's still
no. That 3,200 is that 3.2 is still 3.2. So you're not climbing like Table Mountain, or you're not climbing some of these big races where the mountains have got names. Your biggest climb is in theory your Britannia Rock, but it's short. It's what 400 meters, and then that long climb again from the Eliminator.
From Labori up to
the waterfall. The waterfall climb is also difficult. Then you get to that waterfall. It's quite, and I think that's more that it's not far. It's not that long. I think it's the position in the race. We got there in the dark. It was blacker than black, which was great because you couldn't see it. You knew there was a waterfall, but we didn't know how long. I kept on saying, and as those poor sweepers, they said, no. When we got to Christmas camp, they said, apart from the rock, this is you've done your worst climb now. Your Eliminator is your last. And then they kind of forgot about the waterfall little climb to the top there. Yeah. But
all the way to Oakville.
Yes, right to the top there. Yeah. After 60 Ks or 69 Ks, you feel it. Yeah, you definitely feel it. We're terribly slow up there. But like you say, 3,200 meters is still 3,200 meters. it's just spread out differently. It's just different climbing. You know, like you got some heavy climbs and ultra trail that are steep, and it's climbing and climb. Ultra trail Cape Town, you basically climbing. You know, you climbing. It's like it's So, but like you say, elevation is elevation. It's just packaged differently.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think makes this race more accessible is that you're never really remote. You're always within reach. We can always get a vehicle to you, more or less to you. Aid stations are reasonably regular. If you want to tap out somewhere,
fantastic. Yeah, it's safe. It's so safe because my kids stayed at Impal, and they could get to us within minutes. Yeah. Because all the like the wine farms were like, although you're running crisscross, the runners are taking forever, but the supporters and the spectator, and if there's a problem, can get you very easily and like you say, you can pull out very quickly and very easily if you've maybe taken a chunk, you know, too far. Where in some races you're in the bushes. I mean, there's no signal even.
Like
there's
UTD.
Like UTD. You in
and
like
Mac.
Very remote. You remote. You in the bushes. You are.
Yeah, you'll sleep over. They'll leave you there until.
I mean, so just prepare yourself to be remote. Out in the Mac. Really remote.
Yeah.
But that was not beginners. But guys like us, you always got a sense of security. You know that. Which is, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, because Darcy Ace, you know, you can always see Paul. You can always see it. The Tower Monument's there. You don't lose sight of it, although you run 40 Ks. It's there. So it's I think for ladies in particular who want to run, you know, who might feel a bit intimidated, and it's a very safe environment. It feels safe at least.
Yeah, you know? So you can do it on your own, no
problem. Any last thoughts, sort of what would you have done differently, or would you approach differently for next year's race, or is there any advice that you give someone from your experience?
What would we do differently? Train more.
Yeah, you've always got to make sure you've trained enough, because it makes the day easier.
Yeah.
It's just obviously difficult when you work 8 hours a day, so to try and fit it in. But yeah, definitely more training. I think we did a lot of things right, actually. Yeah. So the first thing that we did right was the bone conductors, brilliant. And then also our feet, we got a tip to rub our feet with antiperspirant roll-on.
Yeah.
And then that anti-scuff, anti-shave stuff.
Yeah.
And my feet were perfect. And they were perfect for 90 Ks. So obviously there's something to that.
Yeah.
So that I would do again. And then Red Bull. I had 3 Red Bulls. This stuff kept me so focused, and I concentrated so well. It was great.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. But yeah, again, just to not dwell too much on the negative thoughts.
Yeah.
Because that can really bring you down. And just to have conversation that takes your mind off the pain. So to talk about random things, talk about life, talk about your family.
Yeah,
that really helps make the time pass, because there's hours and hours and hours.
Especially if you're like us.
Yeah.
You get to see sunrise, sunset, spend days. You know, we saw 2 sunrises and I don't know, 2 nights and 2 moons, and when you don't know if it's night or day or night.
You lose track of time, right? You really do. I didn't know what time it was or how long I was out there. I mean, what crazy.
I just want to say to anyone who ran that race, and the winners, they're awesome. I mean, that gentleman who won, I forget his name, who ran it in he ran it in 12 hours, he had a beer or something. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's in genes or whether we just old and fogies, but all those winners and those people that run that race, it's insane here. I can only dream of running a time like that. But to anyone who ran that race, I'd like to set a challenge with the 44 guys. Whoever ran the 44. Let's start with the 22. Those 22 guys must do the 44 next year. They must come back and do the 44. And the 44 guys, they must do the 100. Go for it, because if ever they're going to achieve 100, it's that one. Don't underestimate it. Like you say, be careful. Because I don't want to make it sound, it's a piece of cake. It was not a piece of cake. Ons het hard gebloei on that mountain. You know? But it is, if you're going to make a race, that is the ones. And for the poor guys that didn't make it, that stopped, some guys stopped at Rebots Kloof, I believe, and come back. you know, sometimes things go wrong. Come back and get that rock, because let me tell you, that medal, you are so unique. We've got a room here. We call it our gym room, where we got our treadmill, our spinning bike, all our photographs of all our races. When you come to Joburg one day, you must come visit us. We'll show you all our medals on this hanger, all our medals, all our races, and your medal is there, but it stands out amongst all the medals, because the medals are medal, but yours is so unique.
It's unique.
It's so unique. When people come in, they look and say, "What's that?" They kind of, "What's that?"
It's cute.
So whoever thought of that, whoever did that, brilliant. And you got to have that rock. I mean, you got it. I mean, it's, if you're a runner and you're a trail runner, you need to come and do this race. You need to come and do this pole race, because it's an experience.
And Pole is a beautiful area. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful areas in the world. Franschhoek Pole.
Yeah.
We're so blessed to have this beauty in our country. We don't even have to travel that far.
Yeah, no.
So you have
But again, Mia, thank you. I mean, thank you for all the encouragement, to Conrad as well, to your sweepers, to the people, to the runners. I mean, it was such an awesome day, and we're so grateful and proud that the rock was our first 100 that we managed to get home basically in one piece. And definitely be back. You can put our name up. When are you planning to open the entries for next year? Have you guys decided that yet?
By the latest, early next year, like in January.
You want to open it soon, eh?
Yeah, we've basically decided that we will keep it at the same weekend, 2 weeks after UTC team. So it'll be on the 6th of December. We're not going to change too much on the recipe that we ran this year, because this is what's familiar and it's worked. There are some challenges to it, but we're going to keep the recipe the same. We just want to sort out some nitty-gritties, and we'll get entries open. And we're going to do a pre-opening for all the people who participated in this year's event.
Okay.
You two already have your complimentary entries, but for everyone else, we will have like a very, very good special running.
No, thank you. And we're quite happy to help you if you need any sort of promo video, whatever you need from us. I don't know, it's just got such a special place. I mean, and it was your kindness to take me on that Sunday and of your time to into the boss there and to show me what was coming. And that I mean, when we climbed to the top after the 22K, you said to me, Bruce, by the time you get here on the 100K, you're going to have no sense of humor. 100% right. Sense of humor was gone at the bottom of that rock, and it was dark. And then they said to us, there's no checkpoint on top. I said, yeah, I don't blame the poor bosses, because they got sick and tired of waiting for these two people. They got on that mountain. But yeah, your kindness and Conrad's encouragement, and because we were going to do the 44, and you and Conrad said, go for the 100. And we're so glad that we did, and we appreciate us being allowed to run again, and we're very, very grateful that you consider us as part of your team, because we consider you guys as part of our family, you know, and we loved every minute of it. It was great.
100%.
It's such a awesome privilege to have you guys and to be part of your family, Bruce. This is not just when you take on an endeavor like this, it's not just a business. It's close to your heart, and really at the center of this idea and this race is to impact people's lives in a positive way. And I believe your contribution will help us to do that and continue to do that.
Well, we're gonna really get it out there. We've got a lot of friends in the running community. We're going up. We've promised friends of ours they're from Loaf. You might know them. They're based in Hoedspruit. You might know them. They do the Mozambique run. What are they called? Lowveld Trail Runners or Lowveld Trail Runners. Belinda and her husband. They're also race organizers. They're doing the 8 Soek. They're doing the 8 Soek mountain race in March. So we've promised them we're going to come and do their event, and we'll tell them about your event. And because Belinda desperately trying to do a 100-miler too. She ran the Kaapkloof and got cut off, unfortunately, and didn't make the time. But I'm going to convince them to come down and do your 100 and your pole, and then speak to their trail running community to come and do your race, because they run the Mozambique race. So we got a lot of friends in the trail running community. So we're definitely going to push it out there. And let me give you a compliment. One more thing before I forget. Your tops, your long sleeve tops.
They are epic.
They are epic.
best ever.
I don't know who made them,
Designed
who
it.
designed it,
Brilliant.
but it's
Well done.
top of the world. They are.
We wore it on Sunday.
We wore it on Sunday.
When we could hardly walk. We went to breakfast.
What the hell? We wore it.
lunch.
It was going to be crazy. Got this damn hot top on there.
We went to Bossa for burgers.
Yeah.
And we're like shuffling to the place to sit down. We both got our rock shirts on.
Oh, we love it. We love it. Especially for Joburg winter, they're going to come in handy.
Yeah.
For
literally.
Johannesburg
Yeah,
winters, it's going to be great.
They're very useful. They're quite nice to run in as well. I have a few of not exactly the rock ones, but of the same materials from the same supplier, and they work very well to keep you cool as well.
They're brilliant. I mean, we've got from all the races, and really, it's just I don't know what it is. It means more to us because of the race, obviously because of the 100K, but the color and the comfort. I mean, we wore it the next day in Paul. It was like 30 degrees. There we are with our Rock Ultra shirts on. So proud of ourselves. Yeah, we're so proud of ourselves. You know, look at us. But yeah, no. Again, you know, we just got to let people know. You got to just let people know about it. They don't know about it. That's your thing.
Yeah.
And because we only found about it was quite late, Mias, when you started this. It was towards the end of this year, or it wasn't long.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it wasn't long.
How did you find out about it?
I don't know. I think I saw it on Conrad because I've followed Conrad's YouTube channel and followed Conrad. I think I saw it from Conrad, and then I WhatsApped Conrad. I think first about it to ask him about it, and that's how I saw. But yeah, it was a short time. It wasn't long in races. So
yeah.
I say my prediction is double. You're going to double it every year. You're going to double. You're going to double the numbers without a doubt. Once people know about it.
Excellent. Bruce, Debbie, thank you for your time. It's so lucky to catch up with you, and I can't wait to run with you again. I might see you at UTD. I'm preparing for my first 100-miler, which will be at Mac next year.
Okay.
So I might use UTD as a
training run. Yes, 100%. It's a nice one. It's also fairly runnable. You've got 1 or 2 technical sections, but that's a good one for you. The 65 is one you train. Well, the 100 will be great for you. 26 hours, your speed, Mias, I've seen you run like a little bitty rock rabbit there running down the trail. So you'll do that easily. And also a great bunch of people. They're lovely people. They're such a nice bunch of people there. So that's one thing about the trail running community, because we road runners as well, but more trail. The people you meet is just
like salt of the earth.
It's like a family, you know, the Ultra Trail. I mean, the Mac guys are fantastic. The Ultra Trail, everyone. I mean, and they really do care about you as a runner, which is so important. And that's why they say it's the fastest growing sport in the world. Ultra Trail running is the fastest growing sport in the world. So, Mias, thanks again. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. When you come to Joburg, please let us know. We'd love to see you in Ultra Trail. Drakensberg, but we may even come and support you at Mac. If we don't run, we'll just come and cheer you on. It's not too far from us, so we'll take a drive there, call it a relaxing, we'll have a little romantic weekend away and just come and cheer you on there when you finish.
Can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you, Bruce and Debbie.
Take care.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye-bye now. Cheers, Mias.
Bye.